Book of the Dead becoming God in ancient Egypt. Production and use. Transmission of funerary literature, SAITE through Ptolemaic periods. Part 4. While the pre-Ptolemaic hieroglyphic tradition appears to have fallen out of use in Thebes by the start of the Ptolemaic period, some of its texts and the use of hieroglyphic script returned, likely during the second half of the 3rd century and into the 2nd. The master scribes for these later hieroglyphic documents used a mix of source material similar to that used for the Theban Y tradition, and not surprisingly they also included some of the utterly corrupt texts found in pre-Ptolemaic hieroglyphic documents, with BD 28 and BD 31 being particularly good examples. Once again, the mix from different source documents was likely thought to be beneficial in some way, regardless of whether the texts themselves made any sense. The basis for identifying these different traditions is achieved by examining and analyzing spells found in hundreds of manuscripts produced from the SAITE, pre-Ptolemaic and late Ptolemaic eras, where one can observe multiple versions of the text for most spells, and where the differences between versions of almost any given spell reveal all sorts of interesting changes, such as enhancements, embellishments, corrections to perceived errors, and the elimination of perceived ambiguity, to name just a few of the features. The identification of each individual tradition can be achieved when one finds a set of documents that typically used the same versions of texts for all spells. To a lesser degree, multiple versions of the illustrations are also attested, and these too were used by specific traditions.